Welcome to This is UIC Weekly, bringing you the top stories you need to know from the University of Illinois Chicago each week. It's Friday, August 22nd. Here's the latest. The University of Illinois Chicago STEM Summer Camp, now in its 10th year, offers kids ages 8 to 13 a fun, hands-on dive into science and technology. Run by the College of Education, the camp features exciting projects like robotics, 3D printing, drones, and even worm composting. Campers explore everything from chemistry and physics to coding and web design in a creative, engaging way. The camp continues to grow, adding new eco-friendly experiments and keeping learning fresh and exciting.
Nearly half the counties in the United States do not have obstetricians and gynecologists, physicians who provide essential health care to women of all ages. Research findings from the University of Illinois Chicago suggest that 3 decades of laws targeting abortion providers have resulted in this shortage, and that these laws have obstructed access to women's health care, especially in rural communities. In a new study in Health Affairs, co-authors Aline Vanderbroek and Dr. Justin H. Markowski, both from the UIC School of Public Health, show that laws that impose additional requirements on abortion clinics and providers have decreased the availability of women's health care providers overall. These laws, also known as Targeted Regulation of Abortion Providers, or TRAP laws, stem from the U.S. Supreme Court decision in Planned Parenthood versus Casey. That 1992 decision reaffirmed the right to abortion established in Roe versus Wade, but introduced the undue burden standard. States can regulate abortions as long as those regulations don't put an undue burden on a woman seeking an abortion. The researchers hope their study will impact policymakers' decision about whether to keep these laws on the books or enact additional restrictions on abortion providers.
Increasing heat waves around the world influence egg prices, energy bills, and even public transit. Africa is uniquely vulnerable to heat waves, according to a new study from researchers at UIC and 3 other universities. They put Africa's ecosystems and agricultural productivity at risk, but also its people. Some experts have estimated that heat-related deaths in Nigeria may rise to 23,000 or even 43,000 per year by the end of the 21st century. In their study, the researchers found that heat waves across Africa are hotter, longer, and more frequent today than 40 years ago, mainly due to increased greenhouse gas and black carbon emissions from burning fossil fuels. They compared 2 30-year periods. From 1950 to 1979, Africa had weak, infrequent heat waves. 80% of those heat waves could be attributed to natural causes, they said. But from 1985 to 2014, heat waves in Africa were more intense and frequent, and they were more likely to stem from human causes. Just 30% of heat waves in this period were due to natural causes. The researchers said understanding heat waves' origins and impacts could help African countries predict them and adapt. UIC is Chicago's public research institution with a mission to provide the broadest access to the highest levels of research, educational, and clinical excellence. Visit today.uic.edu for these stories and more.